Good afternoon, everyone. I'm getting later and later, aren't I, with these live streams? I just seen a golf buggy go by. That's something that you don't normally see go by my window, but there you go. A golf buggy. Hold on. Oh, missed it. It went by again. What's going on? Wait, I get the chat up. I'm not looking particularly good today. My goodness. Wait till I get the chat up because I can't pronounce your name. Today was a particular sad day for us all in the family. There we are. Remember I told you weeks ago about my ex-sister-in-law had passed away. It was her funeral today. And I couldn't go because there was only so many allowed in the crematorium. But what they did do was they had a live stream going. So I was able to sit here and watch it live from via live stream. So I had a little cry and all that. Laterus pacifier, am I saying your name right? I hope I am. Well, hello and welcome to the chat. Yes, so it was squinty as well. So I had a little cry and everything like that, but it was a nice service. And you know, and the kids were there. You could see the kids on the camera and they were breaking their heart. It was very sad. So that's what the funerals are like still in Scotland. Still, I don't even know how many was allowed in, but I think there was like 20 or something in, but there's a big family on the other side. So my 3 children went and my ex-husband, so I couldn't really go and take a space for someone else. But I did watch it and it was really sad. So did you see that explosion? I've never seen anything like it in my life. Wait a minute till I find out where it was. Beirut. The Beirut explosion. My goodness, I've never seen anything like that in my life. That was no fireworks. Yes, there was only like 20 or something allowed in the actual crematorium. I think there was people outside the crematorium, but there was only 20 people in, and you had to take your own car. There wasn't like how you get like the funeral cars. Everybody had to take their own car, etc. So it's still like that. But I've heard today that Nicola, that's our First Minister, she's putting another clamp down up in Aberdeen. Apparently there's been a wee spike up there, so I think things are going to get clamped down again. I can't see this ending anytime soon, I really can't. But that explosion in Beirut, my heart goes out to everybody that affected. That's some explosion. Good afternoon or good morning, beautiful Vera. Yeah, I'd heard it was a firework factory, but see when you seen it, that was like an atomic bomb or something. At first you see it and you're thinking that's some explosion, and then it really does explode. My God. Do you know, I agree with President Trump there. That was a bomb. That no way was that fireworks. No way was that fireworks. Good morning, lovely Lauren, or good afternoon from Scotland. Oh, I done a video collab there. I washed my face though afterwards. I'm doing a collab with someone that I watch all the time, and she's amazing. Her name's Nona, and she's got a channel called My So-Called Life 1977, and she's the sweetest person. She's so sweet. And wait a minute, why am I lagging? I don't know why I'm lagging. I'm lagging there on this computer. She's got a passion for makeup like myself, but her collection, see when you see her collection, it blows my collection out the window. She's got the most amazing collection you've ever seen. She's got every kind of foundation and oh my goodness. but she's so sweet and nice, and she does great makeup. Look, she knows her makeup, and I like to watch her channel because she gives me little tips on what's a good foundation, or what's a good setting spray and all the rest of it. And she's so nice. So I reached out to her and says, "Look, I've watched you all the time. I would love to do a collab." And she said, "Oh, she says, I watch your channel as well." She says, "Yes, I would love to do a collab with you." So what we're going to do, well, I've actually even filmed mine's already. That's how excited I was. We're going to do a autumn makeup look, or a fall, as people over in the US and Canada call it. Fall, we call it autumn. And I'm going to use my Naked Honey palette. I don't know what palette Nona's going to use, so I'm going to be excited to watch that. But I thought I would do a different kind of makeup look with the honey, with the Urban Decay honey palette. Good afternoon, lovely Powerpuff. Because everybody does the really bold golds and things like that, but I thought I would try something a little bit different with my palette. And I done more like copper tone because I wanted it to be like warm, like fall colours or autumn colours. I wanted it to be like that. So that's what I've done. I've done a different kind of look, and I loved the way it worked out. It worked out really good. It actually looked as if I knew what I was doing. That's how good it worked out. So people from Nona's channel will be thinking, "Oh, she's really good at makeup." Here, it was a fluke. I fluked it, so I did. So I'm excited. I don't know when we'll be going live with the video, but mine's is already. I'm just waiting for her to give me word, and I'll have it up. But I'm doing that just now. I'm editing it just now, and I'll put all her details. Good afternoon, lovely Betty, or good morning, wherever you are. Good afternoon, acid salt. Wow, acid. I'll call you acid if that's okay. Good afternoon to you too. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I've been doing makeup and stuff, and I'm waiting on my boy coming home. I don't know if he's even coming home tonight or not. I don't know what the plans were for after the funeral, etc. I don't know. There's my lovely Lena. There you are. Yes. So I'm just going to try and watch some uplifting things today. That's what I'm going to do. Do you know what? I watched the most terrible film yesterday. I need to talk about this film, right? I need to, because you know what I'm like. I like Bermuda Triangle stuff, and I like watching alien things, and even Bigfoot. I'm still on board with the whole Bigfoot thing, right? But this video was out, and it's on Netflix, and it's called Troll Hunter, right? I kid you not, Troll Hunter. And I thought, oh, I wonder what that is. I'm going to watch this. I watched the whole thing just because I was already invested in it, or I would have come off it. But I had to watch it right through, and it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's in Norway. This group of teenage kids with cameras and boom mics and all that, going looking for someone that's killing bears, right? But there's nobody killing bears. There's actual trolls, like 9 feet trolls with 3 heads, with a big huge nose, just the way you would picture a troll. See, like the wee trolls that had the fuzzy hair, just like that. Only they didn't have fuzzy hair, and their names were like Skunk King. You want the names were ridiculous as well. So and it had in it. See at the very end, it had now. Everyone disappeared after this. You see the camera falling to the ground and stuff, right? And it had no one can find the children anymore. They vanished. And the guy that was hunting troll, he vanished too. If you've got any information about it, go to your local police station. Right? I thought, you're kidding me on. See, if I want a night in the cells, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to go to my local police station and say, look, here, by the way, I'm giving you a wee tip about the trolls. Not like internet trolls, not like trolls that stay under bridges. Here, I'm going to give you a few tips. There's some trolls here down the road for me. You want to see about these trolls? They're killing people. Right, I'd be put in the cells for the night, so Betty, my whole life over in my old house was a ghost story for 20 years because the house was haunted. ASMR Whispering Fairy, I tried to find your channel all day yesterday and it kept coming up with other whispering fairies and it wasn't you. How can I, see when I click your name it's right, I'm going to copy your name exactly here. Copy. There we go. Yeah, send me the link, Whispering Fairy, that'd be great. Hi there, JC. I'm doing good today. A little bit sad. There was a funeral for one of our family members this morning, and I couldn't go because the amount of people that are going to be in the crematorium. But the good thing is that they did have a live stream, so we could all watch it. It was very, very sad, but it was nice. It was a nice service. The lady was really good and everything. So I had a little cry and everything like that, and then I done a makeup video, and then I washed my hair. So that's how I'm doing. But Betty, my last house was so haunted. And my last house, there wasn't just one ghost, there was more than one. And I'm not sure if one of them was even a ghost. I think it might have been like a poltergeist, even. Because objects used to move around my house. Now, I know you are going to say, is she on the flavouring today? Is the Russian flavouring there? No, this is absolutely true. Um, for instance, right, I lost my keys one time, couldn't find my keys anywhere, and it had my car key on it, it had my house key on it. My keys have got lots of key rings, right? My keys have got like cuddly dogs on them and all sorts of key rings on it. They went missing. I searched the house from top to bottom, could not find it. For 2 weeks now this went on, I couldn't find my keys, didn't know where my keys were. Eventually I thought I'm going to need to go and get my new keys cut. The keys are gone, I've lost them outside, I must have lost them outside. And during that time I'd hoovered my living room floor lots of times because we had a Dalmatian at the time. Harvey was his name. So it was like dog hair. So you can't go 2 weeks without hoovering your carpet. Hoover my carpet, hoover my carpet. And then one day we walked in and they were sitting in the middle of the floor. I kid you not. I jumped back. I got a fright because I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking, who put them there? Somebody put them there for the laugh. But nobody had put them there. They just appeared. Right. So that was like I think that was like the first thing that had ever moved about in that house. But other things started moving about and disappearing and then reappearing and things like that. And I get the feeling that it was a child. This is just gut feeling because it wasn't nasty. It wasn't like a nasty thing. It was as if it was having a laugh with you, playing with you kind of thing, you know. So I remember one day and I was absolutely skint. I had no money. I had a £5 note. That's all I had. And I was needing milk and I was needing bread and I think eggs or something like that, right? And that's the only money that I had. So I was going to go round to the shop. So my £5 note went missing. Couldn't find my £5 note. I was like, I had my £5 note a minute ago. Where's the £5 note? Gone. Right, so I was checking everywhere and I went round about my kitchen. I kid you, I went round every worktop and I said out loud, it's not on this worktop. It's not on this worktop. It's not in this jacket pocket. It's not here. I went round the whole house doing that. It's not here. That's not where it is. Couldn't find it anywhere. So I sat down. I thought, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, we'll just need to do without milk and bread because, you know, I've no money. And I was really disappointed. I thought I'll go and put the kettle on. And I went down to put the kettle on and it was next to the kettle. And I swear, I went round the whole worktop going, it's not here. Like that. It was as if it was having a joke with me. So, that's just a couple of things. But we also saw, me and my girls, seen a shadow is the only way. There was no facial expression. There was no like face you could see, but it was like an outline of a human, right? And it must have been like a male because it was like tall. And it was one day I was reading my son a bedtime story. Always read them stories going to bed. So he was in his bed there lying down, and I was sitting in the side of the bed with the book, and I'm pointing at things and reading. And I'm reading him a story, and out the corner of my eye, I just seen this thing going by, and it looked as if it was floating, please. I mean, there was no like step like that. It just went straight into my bathroom, right? And I thought, who is that that's went into the toilet? And I said to my son, hold on a wee minute, son. And I put the book down, and I went into the toilet, and there was nobody there. And I was like, oh, I freaked. And I came back in. I was going, oh, it's all right, son. I'm trying to read the rest of the story, absolutely like that, looking at the door like this. And I think I told my ex-husband, but I don't know if I told my girls because I didn't want them frightened or stuff. But I knew what I saw, and again there was no flavouring going that night. And it was a few weeks later, one of my daughters woke up screaming during the night or something. And I went in and she said there was something standing at the bottom of her bed. And she described this thing that I seen as well. Just broad shoulders, like really tall, like this, standing at the bottom of her bed. And I thought it's the exact same as what I seen, and I never told them. So I think, and see where my house was, it was like fields all round there. And don't forget, this was round about, see when all the stuff was going on with William Wallace and things like that, it was all round about where I stay that this kind of thing happened. And I think my house happened to be built on some kind of battleground or something like that. Yes, Vera. But you know, we kind of got used to it. We kind of got used to things like that. Here's another funny story. Right now, this is again. telling you the absolute truth. But we were drinking this night, and it was me, my ex-husband, and my ex-sister-in-law and her man, and we were all sitting having a laugh and a drink and everything like that. And one of them had made a roll up. Right, we'll call it a roll up, right? But made a special cigarette, and that we're not meant to have. But this was going back years, right? This was when we were hippies. Right, so he made this cigarette, and he threw it up in the air like that, and it disappeared. And we were going, it's disappeared, and everything like that. And we were going, it's went down the back of the couch, right? Obviously, it's went down the back of the couch. So we get the couch pulled out of the wall. It's gone. It's nowhere to be found. We take every cushion off the couch. Every cushion. There was things behind my cushion, my couch, like newspapers and books and a slipper and stuff like that. It was behind there. We were checking. And we were like, it's gone. And he says, I'll just make another cigarette. And we went, okay, but it was really getting to us. But as he went to pick up the newspaper, the cigarette was inside. You know how you fold the newspaper over and over? This cigarette was inside it. And we thought, there's no way you could throw a cigarette up and it, you know, wangle its way in like that into this thing. But we laughed it off, but really in the back of our minds, I think they said it's time to go up the road after that. Something's messing with my feet. Oh. Are we okay now? Is the feet all right now? Is it all right? But that's another thing, see my videos. Some of my old videos that you see in my old house, you'll see orbs flying round about me. And people will say, are we okay? People have actually messaged me saying, check out the orb, and they've time-stamped it for me so I can see it. So see all my videos from my other house. Just look in the background because you might find something unexpected. Oh my goodness, Vera, that's horrible. But things happened all the time. And this is another weird thing. It seemed to really pick up when there was a cupboard up the stair and it had the boiler, and it wasn't like, see the boiler I've got in the kitchen, so a little boiler like that, right? These were like the big tanks. Can you remember the big tanks that were boilers? This cupboard up the stair had one of these boilers in it. But it also had every kind of junk under the sun. See anything that was like, where are we going to put that old table? Put it in there. It was one of the kind of cupboards that you opened it and then put something fast and shut the door so that things wouldn't spill out. But once a year, we had to get our boiler checked. We still do that here. We've got to get our boiler checker. We get a check our boiler and our heating every year. So, of course, I'm not going to have the guy climbing over all our rubbish. So, once a year, I was going to that cupboard and I'd take everything out and put it all in the bathroom. And there was something about going into that cupboard that the ghosts didn't like. Because, see, every time that happened, there'd be like a spurt of things going on. Now sometimes that nothing could happen for months and months and months. Nothing could happen, nothing at all could happen. And then all of a sudden, over the span of 2 weeks, something could happen every single day. And it seemed to be in this cupboard. And we used to have a joke about it, going, oh God, it's the gas inspection, that's the ghosts going to be acting up. I'm not kidding. And I would talk about it and people would say, I'd be frightened to sleep. And I was like, oh, this is also very, very true. And it was like, as I say, we had one dog at the time and he was a big Dalmatian and he used to sleep in bed with us. So I woke up one night and you know how you wake up and you're still kind of groggy like that and tired. And I could hear running up the stair, running down the stair, running up the stair, running down the stair. Right? And I'm like that. And it went on and on and on and on. And I was like, for God's sake. And my daughter shouted in, Mom, can you hear that? I said, yes, darling, I wish it would shut up. And I went back to sleep. See, now I'd be shining it. But I was like, oh, there, it's just too loud tonight. But quiet out there. That's actually... Oh my goodness. Maybe it's because I'm talking about it. But that's what I swear. I mean, I would pass a lie detector test because I'm telling you the truth. That's the kind of stuff that happened over there. But as I said, I never get the feeling that anything wanted to harm us. We never had any like marks on us or anything like this. It was never anything bad. But I did get the impression there was more than one. The one that was hiding all the stuff felt like a child to me. It was as if it was playing games and watching you, you know, hunting about for something. But the big one, I'm not sure what that was. I'm not sure. I think the run up and down the stair, that was probably the child as well, you know, just having a laugh and, oh, I'm going to keep them up tonight. But, and see when I moved into this house, complete different energy, completely different energy. Very light. See the old house, you could feel, almost feel, you know how the way you feel when it's just about thunder, that kind of heaviness. That was that house. There was this, but we get used to it. But there was always this kind of heavy feeling round about that house. So, see when I moved out and a new family moved in, I thought, oh, they don't know what they're in for yet, but they will soon. They'll soon know about it. Because as I say, that was like big fields over there. But I'm glad to be out of that house, to be honest. Sage. See, I've heard about sage smudge and I've heard about that. But I mean, it wouldn't, as I said, it didn't seem like something bad. It didn't seem like a bad energy. Even the thing that I seen going by into the bathroom and that was standing at the bottom of my daughter's bed, it never physically done anything or scared the shite out of her, mind you. She'll talk about it. Lushtopia, she's got her wee YouTube channel. It was her that seen it. And when she said to me, I couldn't believe it because I thought it's exactly the same thing I seen. Exactly the same thing. My ex-husband as well. Now he's always skeptic about everything, and there was a lamp, and it wasn't even plugged into the wall, and he was joking about when I put this light on and just touched the bulb like that, and the light went on and off, and it wasn't even plugged into the socket. So he's trying to rationalise that, going, maybe it was static energy. I said, static energy? I said, you could stand holding the bulb and doing that with your feet for an hour and you wouldn't get the bulb to light up. Come up here, wee girl. Look at the mess of my couch, look. Mr. Mike is underneath all of that. Look. Ah, there she is now, look. The meerkat. Aren't you? You're your mommy's baby. She's her mommy's baby, mind you. Yes. Oh my goodness, Bill. They better not have followed me. They better not have followed me. Anyway, I'm going to go and have something to eat now. I think I'm going to have chicken again tonight. Ooh. See, that would, Betty, that would really scare me. See if things were getting thrown about. That would really, like when things went missing from my house, it was like they always went missing, but they would always appear. As I said, I waited 2 weeks for my keys to appear. The £5 note appeared quite quickly. Other things, dice. I mean, there was all sorts of stuff. But see if it was physically like picking up stuff and throwing, I'd be saging then. I'd be getting the priest in as well to give it a little blessing. Um, I don't know if a priest would help though, because I think these that it's energy that's been trapped, and it does need to be moved on to um, the next realm, or wherever. So maybe one of these mediums or something like that would be better to help the spirits move on. But it never, nothing, we never got harmed or anything like that. But I was glad to get out of the house. I'll tell you that. I was glad when I got this house, and it just felt so bright and and airy, and it just a completely different feel, completely. But see, when you went to that old house, it was like straight away the back of your neck. You know, the hairs in the back of your neck used to go up all the time, just and cold. All of a sudden, you would feel like freezing cold, just everything that people talk about, and I'm like, that's my house. I need to get some of these ghost inspectors in. That's what I need to do, but I never did. Well, thank you all so much for coming in and spending time with me. I'm going to go and make myself chicken. I feel like some chicken tonight. And I'll be back again tomorrow to see you. So have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And I'm going to give you a big kiss now. Bye, everyone.